And this is, I know this is a tough one, and it's personal because everybody is different. But of course, you always want to do a thank you email or text, or I still love the handwritten note if you've got decent handwriting. Nobody gets mail anymore. So when they get something, they're going to notice it. Always put something in your follow-up that is something that makes you stand out, something that you have either learned from the interview or something that you want to share with them. You want to wait a reasonable amount of time before you follow up. Of course, you always want to get their contact information so that you can, even if you're in a virtual situation, you want to be able to email or send a thank you. Never be a pest, but here's something that has worked for me. It works both when I'm interviewing someone or when I am recruiting. This works for me with me. Vary your communication method when you're following up. And I mean that you send a text the first time just saying, I'm still interested in the job. Hope I'm still a candidate. Is there anything else I can tell you? And then if you don't hear anything in a couple of days or a week, whatever is comfortable for you, leave a voicemail. The next time you want to follow up, maybe you send an email. That's what I mean by vary your communication. Just don't be a pest. In fact, that's my real tip to you about following up. If I haven't heard from somebody, and I do this now as a consultant, if I haven't heard from a proposal that I have sent out and I've followed up a couple of times, my last follow-up, the subject line on an email will be, I don't mean to be a pest, but ... And it seems to work. I don't know why, but it seems that gets people to respond. So maybe I should do it sooner. I don't know. But there's something about maybe it's just a little bit facetious. I don't know. And if you do hear back from them and maybe you've gone on and do something else or you're not interested, please don't ghost. I mean, ghosting it's so common now where it happens in so many situations. But remember, if you're not interested in this position and you really have moved on to something else, ghosting them will leave a very bad feeling about you to them. And you never know, maybe you want to work there 5 years from now, or maybe that recruiter has gone on to another company that is your dream job and they remember that you ghosted them. So think about any of your actions strategically, not just that moment. And again, I want to remind you about the lessons learned. Do it after I think it's the opposite. The companies and recruiters are ghosting. Yeah, and I understand that is happening too. I appreciate that. Yes, they are, and they should not. It's if I were in charge of the world, they would be banned. But I don't have that kind of control, so sorry. Yep. Ghosting. The question was explain ghosting. Ghosting is when you puts a communication out there and you hear nothing back. It's like you don't exist. So lessons learned. Proper attire for a virtual interview, shirt, tie, sport coat. I don't think so. I think I would say for men, a dress shirt. You don't have to wear a tie, but something that is appropriate that is, not like I'm here in a pretty much a t-shirt, but I put pearls on to look more formal, right? I think maybe for if you're interviewing your final interviews with the CEO, and you know culturally that company is very formal, you might want to then wear a jacket or a tie, but I would not early on. I think a shirt or a nice blouse for a woman is fine. And thank you for changing your t-shirt. I appreciate it.